Or soul sailing. I don't have very good light here, but hopefully I can. Hopefully I can. Let's see what if I can do something to make this a little bit better. What my I've got ice water in the jar that serves as my film studio. So that is sweating all over my table, so I don't want to get my cards wet. So, will the chomos running Europe, and apparently from the Epstein files that were released a couple of weeks ago, every single goddamn member of the von der Leyen Dining Society is a pedophile. Like without exception. I mean, and I know Keir Starmer, he's like what do you call it, auxiliary member of the EU. He's just, Jesus Christ. Seriously, those of you watching in Europe, I'm actually trying not to swear, but what the effing A are you doing letting these shitbirds still walk around free? You know what I mean? So half of Keir Starmer's cabinet, whatever they call it in the UK, you know, half of his lords is like twats. I don't know. I forget what the official term for the cabinet members are. It's like Lord of Child Buggery. You know what I mean? Anyway, they've all been proven to be complete pervs. Complete and utter. Half of them have resigned because they're talking about like shit like child sacrifice and cannibalism and crap like that. I mean, good Lord. And you're letting these bastards put you in jail for liking something on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. Seriously, grow a pair. You know, there's what, a few hundred of them, and there's like, I don't know, 60 million of you. Come on, guys, you don't need to put up with this shit. But anyway, but it doesn't look like the UK is going to put up with that ass clown for much longer. I mean, he survived a vote of no confidence a week or so ago, a week and a half ago, whenever the hell I just did a video, and he won't survive another one. I mean, he's down, he's going down. But I think the whole European shit car, the whole. The ass clowns, I'm trying not to swear, and I really don't have many things to say about the people running the EU that doesn't include expletives. So hi, and welcome to the live chat. Hey, a bunch of you are watching. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's, I don't know, Sunday afternoon here in the tropics where I am. So I guess it's maybe Sunday evening for a lot of you. The European people, it's the middle of the night, I suppose. Anyway, what the hell? But here's what the point of this video is. We know these people they're pervs, they're child molesters. Come on. These people weren't going to Epstein's Pedophile Island to like Bill Gates said, get marital advice, you know? I mean, Jesus, Bill Gates has been there's emails between Epstein and Bill Gates where they're talking about how to kill off poor people with a pandemic and vaccines. I mean, they talk about this shit, and it's like between 2012 and 2017. It's like, and then they did it. Hello and hi. Hi y'all, and hey, if you're watching this, if you say hi, give it a like. Come on, thumbs up. So anyway, the point of this video, the point of this reading is they're really ramping up the war rhetoric, the like Grand Poobah of the German military is telling people to prepare for war with Russia by no later than 2029. It's like, fuck. I mean, honestly, if I was Russian and I had some German generals talking about war with Russia, and I had nuclear bombs, I might just level fucking Germany. And I mean, they don't have what they lose about 30 million people the last time the Nazis, the Germans got a little, went goose stepping across the fucking Ukraine. It didn't end well. Well, it didn't, I guess it ended well for the Russians that weren't killed, but I could see where they might be a little touchy about this subject. And I can't blame them. So anyway, there's some German ass clown fucking general. Jesus Christ. Don't tolerate this shit from these people. Hi from Brazil. Hi. Hello from I guess still technically I'm in Central America, just barely. I think if I got caught with the right wind, I might end up in South America. I guess it's Darien Gap is between me and South America right now. So anyway, so these fools are talking about going to war with Russia, and what's his name? That little Zionist toad of a fucking Secretary of State, little Marco Rubio, who he actually did something good. He followed orders from his boss, and he went and told the Europeans, the girl pair, basically. It's like he told them, you guys, we're not gonna carry your dumbasses anymore with NATO, and you're on your own. You clean up your own diapers. Change your own diapers. We're not your babysitter anymore. That's one thing I really strongly agree with Trump about. I'd love to see him just fucking shit can the whole United Nations and NATO, and we kind of has already, but I support him 100% on that, because look at these organizations. All they've done is the United Nations has been responsible for what was her name? Madeleine Albright. Was it worth it to kill half a million Iraqi babies with sanctions? And I believe it was. It's like, Jesus Christ. You are not a human. You're a monster. You're a subhuman monster. She's in hell now, I guess. Hi from Korea. I want to see Spider-Man. I want to be Spider-Man. Okay. You guys got to get bit by a radioactive spider or some damn thing. That's how it works. Anyway, you guys, a bunch of you have been watching this, and why don't you give it a thumbs up? Let's see if these freaking idiots are going to be able to start World War III. They really are. They're such deep shit. I mean, the euro is dying. The euro was the United States, U.S. Federal Reserve note, we can't call it money, the dollar, but it's a Federal Reserve note. That has been debt since 1913, ever since the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. But but at least the U.S. has something behind the U.S. dollar. I mean, we got some gold. The EU's got jack shit. They've got the von der Leyen Dining Society. They can issue strongly worded communiques condemning something, but what, they got no goddamn army. I mean, there's no European army. There's some of the different countries have different degrees of military strength. Most of them, non-binary frickin' crustaceans or whatever. Uh, so and they're going to have a draft in Germany. The war talks ramping up. That's because they're desperate. Their days are numbered. They know, especially with the release of the Epstein files. People are seeing this. EU won't last long. I agree. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I agree 100% with. I'm sorry. I actually have my glasses. Maybe I can see who said EU won't last long, because he's absolutely right. Or he or she. What am I looking at here? Cobbled 65. 100% with you on that. It's totally not going to last long. I don't see the EU. I don't know if the Schengen zone will survive. Crustaceans. All right, let's see what the cards are. So, I mean, these are desperate people. They have no support for war, but they have no support for anything. I mean, Macron, if he's just happy when his wife, his wife doesn't beat him up in the plane, and he, they got no more. They've lost their buddy Jeffrey Epstein's, adrenochrome sacrificial place at Pedophile Island, Little St. James or whatever. But they're still trying to start a war. They got nothing else. If they don't start a war, they are absolutely screwed. They're not just, I tell you, when I say don't tolerate these people, I'm not saying you go all Robespierre on their asses and, have Bastille Day 2 and turn the streets of London to rivers of blood. That would be, at the very least, not hygienic. And also, it might have moral consequences. So they might even be human, some of them. Which maybe not. Maybe, they see how if they shed their skins, and I don't know. But they're not going to stop. They really want to have a war with Russia. It's completely batshit crazy, but it's what they're trying to do. So are they going to succeed? Is this? God, they're so awful. I mean, would you even want Macron or Mertz or Starmer or any of those fucks in your house or anywhere near your children? I mean, Jesus, they've all been corrupted by this Epstein scandal. I mean, for God's sakes, look at the future queen in Norway. I mean, if that survives, I mean, I don't think who's going to survive. I don't think the monarchies are going to survive. But they're sure as hell not going out without a fight. And that fight, I think they're willing to sacrifice as many peasant children as they have to keep their cush jobs. So if they have to send, 50, 60 million European children to die in a pointless war with Russia, I bet they would not stop. So are they going to do that? Signifier. Page of Wands. So there's energy to start something earth, something fire related like a war. But the overall situation is actually it's stability. So maybe the damn fools won't keep their jobs long enough to do this. Maybe there'll be stability in that you get rid of those unstable freaks and perverts, the child molesters, for God's sakes. Well, look at what's coming out of these Epstein files. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And here is the gateway, and that's a Hierophant. That's kind of traditional power. which I suppose I don't know if I don't know how long the dark forces that Epstein was worshiping in his temple and doing all that shit to the kids to generate loosh for. I don't know how long that if that how long that's completely controlled the power dynamic, but this might be talking about going back to a time even before that, which may be 3 to 5 thousand years ago or whatever. You know, maybe it's before the Kali Yuga began, like I don't know, 26,000 years ago or something. Tartaria, go back to Tartaria and Atlantis. So here's the foundation, the root card, and that's the Four of Pentacles. So you've been hanging on to something too long. I think what you've been hanging on to is a power structure that's completely, utterly corrupt. But the present moment is joy from the past. And I mean, I wouldn't say World War III would be joy from the past. I don't know that anybody outside of the frickin', what do you call them, the Rothschild banking cabal really is too happy about World War II or World War I. So I'm thinking it might be some sort of a stability, like the Nine of Pentacles, and the future, the psychological future is putting our craft to work. Maybe that's taking control of the situation again. And hey, a bunch of you are watching, so if you give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. I'm really pimping those thumbs, aren't I? And here is the future, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. So basically, what's going to happen is kind of what we determine will happen by our own actions. You know, are we going to let these shitbirds keep running us, and are we going to follow them off to war, or are we just going to say we prefer not to? You go and, you know, here, Macron and his wife, and the whole bunch of them, and all the royals, send all the goddamn royals, you know, fucking Dutch royals, the Norwegian crown royals, and those frickin' idiots, those Habsburgs or whatever they are from whatever the Windsors used to be called before they decided they didn't want to sound like Germans. Welcome. I'm not going to swear. I'm going to stop doing that. I apologize. And I'm also not going to engage with trolls. I've been asked not to do that. So I'm sorry. I rather enjoy it, but those trolls among you at the comments section, you're on your own, guys. I can't play anymore. And this is the fears. That's impetuous action. So I don't think anybody wants to go to war outside of the von der Leyen dining society. And this makes complete sense. You know what's going on right now in about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, maybe the 19th or something like that. What is it, the 15th maybe today? This week sometime, Saturn and Neptune are going to be exactly conjunct on 0 degrees Aries. And this is really what this is all boiling down to. Thank you guys that have given it a likes, and those of you who haven't, feel free to do so. Doesn't tell me about how many of you give me thumbs down. That's interesting. Here's what our desires are, and that is for a new beginning, like a new Earth beginning. A new Earth beginning. We want that. The Dolores Cannon, I think, was the first person to talk about New Earth. And the final outcome, that looks like exactly what we're going to get. A new world. The new Earth. So it's looking pretty good. Let's see what the modifiers are. This modifies the Knight of Swords. So we're afraid of action, but maybe we need to take some action. Maybe we need to take some fierce, powerful action. This modifies the tower. So the whole shithouse is going up in smoke, but maybe it's going to be a good thing, and we're going to be happy because it has to. What was it, Bondi? Pam Bondi or whatever? I think she's the Attorney General of the U.S. She was also an attorney, like a district attorney that didn't prosecute Epstein in Florida. A state attorney general or some damn thing. And we've got, so maybe there's something good's going to come out of this chaos we're in. And this is about, this modifies our desires, and the desires are for a new earth. This is maybe saying that we are at a new earth. We have a new earth right now. We just don't see it. The new earth is right in front of us. And this modifies the sun, the final outcome, the emperor. And I don't think that's any kind of single politician or leader, new leader emerging. I think that's this new birth. I think that's us moving beyond leaders, making leaders unnecessary, something we don't really need anymore. I guess dinner time on a Sunday wasn't my best choice of a time, because I don't seem to be getting many of you. That's okay though. I just wanted to. I was a little rusty, and I wanted to throw out a reading and see what it had to say. I'm going to start putting a little bit more work into developing these, and but overall, I'd say it looks pretty good for the collective. I don't think it looks so good for the shitbirds trying to start a war in Europe, but I'd say the rest of us, those of us that would prefer not to start a war with Russia, because really, what in the hell do we got against the Russian people? I mean, so the same perverts who are coming out in the Jeffrey Epstein file as having been I mean, really, what the hell else is anybody going to Epstein Island for if it isn't to rape children? Seriously, that's what it's all about. It's like being a sodomite, like in a citizen of the village of Sodom and Gomorrah, the villages of Sodom and Gomorrah, not being into buggery or whatever. It's like, hey, you're a sodomite. That's what being a sodomite's all about. So hey, you're going to Pedophile Island. It's all about pedophilia. You're not hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein just because he's charming, or getting marital advice like Bill Gates. He also got STD. Apparently, he got like the clap. But maybe that was part of Epstein's marital counseling, was to give Billy Boy the VD, But I'd say we're going to do it. We're going to get through this. We're going to win. We're not going to let them start a war. And they're desperate. They're throwing poop. I'm going to not try to swear so much. They're throwing poop at the wall and hoping some of it sticks, and it doesn't look like much of it's going to stick. So I appreciate those of you who did watch this, watching on a Sunday afternoon. It's a very good reading, and I love you all, and take care, and stay out of world wars. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.
Hello, Moto.